I'm the curator of What's Changed, our latest exhibition here in Gallery 2 at Touchstones. I'll be talking you through some of the ideas in the show and also introducing you to some of the amazing objects we have on display.
The idea for this exhibition began to take shape during the summer of 2020, when we were all still stuck in lockdown. We asked local people to think about and let us know what had changed for them as a result of the coronavirus restrictions and what they thought was most important to them. We had some amazing responses, and from there we were able to narrow down common themes and ideas to start to develop the exhibition. All of the objects, documents and artworks on display are from Rochdale Borough's heritage collections and fit into one of 5 themes explored throughout the gallery. Let's have a look at those themes and some of the objects on display more closely. Family and friends was perhaps the most important response we got from people. Being isolated and unable to see one another has emphasised how important the people we love are to our well-being. Thankfully, we've been able to stay in touch by phone, through Zoom and video calls, and some of us have been lucky enough to enjoy socially distanced walks together where we can. This small 3-page letter sums up the importance of friendship. It was found tucked into the back of a school exercise book once belonging to a little girl called Lillian Coop. In the letter, her friend Mamie is complaining to Lillian about how she misses not sitting next to her in class anymore, and whether there is anything they can do to change the teacher's mind. Closely linked is the theme of community and looking out for one another. Perhaps some of the most positive outcomes of the COVID-19 crisis have been the stories of communities coming together to help the most vulnerable and isolated. Neighbours have been checking in on one another, shopping for those who are shielding, or baking treats, as well as just getting to know the people who live around them better. One of the most interesting objects on display is a front door from 145 Walker Street in Middleton, which is signed with the names of over 200 children and their 65 pets who lived in the area during the 1980s. It belonged to Yvonne Malik, who taught art lessons for local children. Her house acted almost as a youth centre where children could go to meet up with their friends. Do you recognise any of these names? With nearly 10 million people furloughed since last March, and millions more working from home, keeping busy and entertained have become a priority to distract our minds and promote well-being. Exploring local areas, going to the park, or taking long walks in nearby countryside have helped to calm people. There has been a newfound appreciation for green spaces and fresh air where children can play, parents can sit and contemplate, and people can go running or just mooch around. This painting by Stanley Spencer, titled Bell Road Meadow, is one of my favourite in the collection. It was painted in Cookham, the village where Spencer grew up and spent most of his life. The bold colours and vivid shapes of the flowers and plants draw us into the painting, making us wish we were walking through the meadow with him. Being able to get outdoors to keep active has also been important. Getting away from home for an hour each day has been a luxury that many people have taken up enthusiastically, with everybody, men, women and children, all encouraged to get outside to exercise. This was not always the case. In the early 19th century, women were discouraged from exercising. However, groups began defying this expectation by wearing what was known as a bloomer suit, like the one displayed here. The bloomer suit, or cycling suit, consisted of a pair of lightweight bloomers with a loose-fitting skirt over the top, which gave women the freedom to cycle or exercise without being restricted by their clothes. This new approach to dress was controversial and had many opponents who thought trousers were inappropriate for women of the day. The 5th and final theme we look at is creativity. From drawing, painting and sewing, to learning dance or playing a musical instrument, being creative has undoubtedly helped people navigate this stressful year. It has allowed people to get lost in a hobby or process to keep themselves and their minds busy. Much like artist Jessica Rankin, whose textile piece Silver Study is Gallery 2. The slow process of embroidery and needlework, traditionally associated with female domesticity, allows Rankin to think and record her memories, to create contemporary landscapes or maps within the fabric. This meticulous, time-consuming process gives her the opportunity for her mind to wander, taking her away from her immediate reality to concentrate on how she is feeling and get lost in her creativity.
This has been a really quick introduction to what's changed, but I hope when you can, you'll come and visit us in person. Thank you and see you soon.